You know those athletes you see on TV? Yeah, the ones you think aren't human? The ones that are held above anything or anyone else? The ones with such high expectations that it seems impossible for them to fail outside of their sport due to their social status? Well, about that, they do fail. And in some social occurrences, they fail so badly that it affects their whole career. Not only are most of them social failure, but they are illegal and cause outbreak and discussion worldwide. Greatest, fastest quarterback in the early 2000s and a high-caliber draft pick by the Falcons, Vic was expected to perform on and off the field. Early on in his career, he was doing well, not causing any controversy off the field and performing as expected on the field. In 2007, Vic was caught by the Surrey County Police Department for having a dogfighting ring on his property. The dogfighting ring was called the Bad News Kennels. What an ironic thing. The kennels really did end up being bad news for Vic's career. Not entirely, though. When Vic got out of prison, which was 21 months later, he jumped right back into the game. He wasn't the superstar young Vic used to be, but he still did pretty well. The media attention for a returning superstar, of course, was insane. Vic was picked up by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2010. He only played 11 games, but led them to be the NFC East champions, and along the way set many personal records. He was also selected for his 4th Pro Bowl. Vic is still playing for the New York Jets and is currently the leader for rushing yards for quarterbacks in NFL history. Despite all of the great things Vic has done to fix things he has done off the field, he's still looked at as a failure. Why is that? Well, let's start with the fact that he killed innocent dogs. He had a ring of his friends that riled up these dogs and bet on which one would win. On top of letting down his fans that way, the FBI conducted a drug test on him and found out that he used marijuana as well. Not only is that a great message to send to your young fans, instead of just killing dogs, you're also doing illegal drugs at the same time. A lot of people overlook what happened with Vic, saying he is still a superstar. In my opinion, he's just a star. A superstar does great things on and off the field.
Did you even know it was wrong as you were doing it?
I knew it was morally wrong on the inside because of what we was condoning in with the dogs. But I never heard about anybody getting in trouble, going to prison, losing their freedom.
Number 4, Ray Rice.
One thing I can say is that, sometimes in life you will fail, but I won't call myself a failure. Failure is not getting knocked down, it's not getting up.
Ray Rice was suspended indefinitely from the NFL and let go from his current NFL team for striking his soon-to-be wife. He was suspended by the NFL but recently reinstated because the commissioner assumed wrong. Goodell, the NFL commissioner, assumed right away the whole situation about Ray Rice and his fiancée. Ray Rice has since released an apology to all of his fans and let everything play itself out, but remains a free agent and not part of any NFL team.
Well, Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice breaks his silence today, apologizing to his wife and his fans for the allegations that he attacked his wife, knocking her unconscious in a casino elevator this last February.
Just a little bit. I just want to first off apologize to, Steve Bisciotti, Ozzie Newsome, and Coach Harbaugh. And also want to apologize to my fans, to the kids, to everyone who was affected, by this situation that me and my wife were in. And
Number 3, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant has been playing in the NBA since he was an 18-year-old kid. He has been a big deal pretty much his whole life, which, as people know, can go straight to someone's head. Kobe was pretty good about communicating in the media without coming across as cocky, or like he was using his power. That may be the reason why it was easy for him to avoid being charged with sexual assault or rape. In 2003, Kobe Bryant made a trip to Colorado to get surgery on his knee. While he was staying in his hotel in Eagle, Colorado, he had, as he called it, an adulterous encounter with a 19-year-old hotel employee. But for some reason, the employee decided not to testify against Bryant when the court date came up. We can assume that Bryant and his legal team probably made a deal with her outside of the courtroom to get her to drop the case. Why is this a failure, you may ask? Well, it's not the fact that it happened, it's the way he went about it. All he had to do was apologize, get her not to testify, apologize again, change his number from 8 to 24, and it was the new Kobe that LA had always wanted to see. It just seemed wrong how easy it was for him to get rid of this case and all of his accusations.
Well, the public perception, and your audience members feel this way, is that celebrities get easier breaks because they have money and they could go out and hire top-notch defense lawyers to represent them.
Number 2, Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez is one of my least personal favorite players in the NFL. It's just because he is so cocky and is always being full of himself. And that was even before he was accused of the murder of the Boston Bandits linebacker Odin Lloyd. On June 26, 2013, Hernandez was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. 90 minutes after his arrest, he was let go by his team, the Patriots. On August 22, 2013, Hernandez was charged with the murder of Odin Lloyd. Hernandez got life in prison without the possibility of parole, only because Massachusetts outlawed the death penalty in 1984. He is currently being held without bail at the Bristol County, Massachusetts Jail and House of Correction. Why is this a failure? Well, if you had to ask that question, I'm sorry. Allow me to answer that for you. He killed someone. There you go. Now you know.
Number 1, Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong, my once life hero. He was a world-renowned cycler, winning a mass amount of competitions he participated in. He started the Live Strong Foundation to help patients with cancer. With all of the great things that he was doing, who knew that it could be ruined by one mess up? The golden boy of cycling was flying high, doing great. That is until he was caught doping. That is, putting more oxygen into his blood than what should be, making it flow faster and making it easier for him to have more stamina. But in the end, he admitted to doping to enhance his performance on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
Yes or no? Was one of those banned substances EPO?
Yes.
Did you ever blood dope or use blood transfusions to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
Doesn't sound worse than killing someone though, right? Wrong. Aaron Hernandez killed someone, and football carried on. Lance Armstrong got caught doping and told the press that someone was literally going to eventually have to get caught because everyone in cycling dopes. And just like that, there goes the popularity of the sport of cycling. How are all of these events connected, you might ask? Well, look at all of them. Every athlete I have named failed at something outside of their sport on a national scale, and if not national, worldwide. The reason I believe that these are all well known is because they're all famous athletes. If one of us were to go out and hit a girl, I doubt we would even make local news. The other thing to think about is that why do professional athletes always seem to be in trouble? Is it because the media puts it on a more broad scale, or because they are famous and think they can get away with it? I'll leave that decision up to you.